Day 8, welcome. This will be a very short recording because today is one of the days that I am conferencing with students about work and allowing you some time to not only breathe, but wrap up some activities that were due. So today, due is the CAMI activity. Some of you turned that in yesterday, which was good. Some of you still have that to do. Remember, you're getting points for the math, for writing on the document with CAMI and submitting it correctly. Anyone who turned those in, grading should be finalized for all items as of yesterday evening. Late work that was turned in, any assignments that were turned in up till yesterday should be graded, I think, for the most part. There might be one exception. Grades, when I scroll down, I can now see there's some symbols that Ms. Watts added to try and hopefully alert some of us that we do have makeup work. I tried to put them in for everything. This is my practice account, so it doesn't have them everywhere. But I tried to put these symbols in everywhere to try and alert you to things that you have not turned in. I tried to put comments everywhere so that they're the reason that you are scoring the size you did or the points you did. For instance, this one did not use red and he did not use size 8 border. So he only got half credit because each of those items was 5 points on the rubric. If you see an incomplete, that means you did not finish something, but most of the time I just put missing for everyone. But those are the two symbols you could see. You could see missing or incomplete, or you might see excused. And then you'll see a reason why. So again, you should be every day, if you're not already, going down the list of items that you have. Again, you should not need to email me, what work am I missing or do I still have to turn in? Because you have access to this in Schoology where you can see exactly what you're missing or what you haven't turned in. Again, the things you can't worry about are the in-class assignment, the Zooms, so close that. And you can't worry about making up attendance, so you can close the class participation. But the rest of it is items that you can think about redoing. And then when I want to redo something, for example, let's say I want to redo this virtual STEAM quiz rules, I click on it. I don't know why this one, hold on. I'll go in this account. You go to the assignment you're missing. So I'm in my grades tab. I scroll down. I find I'm missing this keyboard shortcuts lesson for this account. So I'm going to click on that. Rather than just take the quiz, because I think some of you are just doing late work without reading the rubric, without watching the lesson. I can't stress to you enough how important watching the lesson to go with the items are and looking in the actual folder before doing it. So here's the keyboard quiz. Because remember, these start at half credit. So I'd start at a 10 out of 20, which is not great, but it's more than a 0 out of 20. If I start losing points, then it's less than that, which is worse. And then sometimes it can still be the 0 out of 20 if I completely ignore any of the instructions. I've seen that happen too. Somebody turned something in late, they read none of the instructions, and they still end up with a 0, and they've just wasted everyone's time. So day 5 is where I taught this. I can see the day 5 materials. I can also go to the week 2 folder and go to the week 2 recordings to get the day 5 recording. Or I can go in Google Classroom where we've talked about the recordings being and go to the recorded lessons, click on that link, and there are the recorded lessons for you to access as well. So I would want day 5 because day 5 is the folder that quiz is in. And I can watch the day 5 lesson, kind of fast forward around to see what's going on. And then I can take the quiz. So that's the best strategy. Once I take the quiz, remember, Ms. Watts only grades. There's a bunch of you who turned, it looks like from the grade book, I see little icons popping up, but you did not submit a late work form. Remember, I will not grade late work unless there is a form. So some of you might have a message in your grade book that you did not turn in a late work form for the item. It might say over here, no late work form. Then you want to go ahead and submit a form for that activity so that I can grade it. Otherwise, it will stay a 0. Okay. Also in Google Classroom, remember the agendas are there always to keep you on track of what is due if the calendar in Schoology is not working for you. Some of you remember that tech survey. You did the quiz, but not the actual Google form. There's a link to that again as well for you to click on. So those are just some of the things. You need to stay logged in today on your screens. I will be sending a message out to you. If you're not responding to my message because you've left your computer, you will end up getting a 0 for conferences today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask when I reach out to you. And that is what we will be doing. The last thing you need to know is, where's Miss Watts on day 8? I tried something a little different to try and help some of us who are not like spelling things right or putting spaces. It is Burger King, but it is 2 blanks on the quiz today. So blank 1 is burger and blank 2 is king. Okay, I'm hoping that helps some of us get that point that we're lacking. But regardless, like I've said, attendance matters just by submission. Have a great afternoon, and I will see you back here tomorrow.